Hey everyone, this is Watch Complications. I'm Brian. Check out my website, watchcomplications.com. Follow me on Instagram at watch_complications and subscribe here if you haven't. Don't want to get started without mentioning Watchy. If you have iOS on tablet or phone and you have a watch collection you want to keep track of, Watchy app. It's in the description below. Just take 1 second with me, take a look outside, look at those beautiful fall colors. Love October, and any time is a good time for watches. Fall's a really good time for watches. This is a Vario kind of day. You can see I've got one of the shirts on. Links will be in the description below along with the timeline so you can jump around the different parts of this video. And we are going to talk G-Shock strap alternatives. Vario is a small micro brand in Singapore. They make watches, got a great Kickstarter that's going to be launching in November for a World War I trench watch. Keep an eye out for that. But I had an excuse to buy a G-Shock. I've thought about it for a while. My favorite watch from Casio that I have is the Casio MRW200H. I love that watch, wear it all the time. You know, when it comes to these Casio watches, particularly divers, they have this resin plastic strap, and it's comfortable, works pretty well in the water, but you really only have one strap possibility in most circumstances with these Casios. And Vario has come up with an adapter kit for G-Shocks, and I thought, you know what, let's give it a try, let's see what it looks like. Gave me an excuse to get a G-Shock. This is a beast at 50 millimeter. The GA100B. This is in the XL series. Again, quite a watch and got great functionality to it. And I don't know, I don't know if I'll keep this. I could use it in a giveaway. We'll see what happens. As you can see, I have this NATO style strap, Zulu really, and it's got this red stripe down the middle. One thing I'll also mention as I put this back on is that some of these, Zulu style straps or other ones that have keepers sewn into the band, these can more freely flop around, but these stay in the direction you put them, which is really nice and well done implementation of a nylon strap. I have another example of this ballistic nylon, and I'll say more about this one as well as we get into things. Straps aplenty. Really one of the best ways to make an old watch or a current watch in your collection feel new again. Just a whole different look for this watch. The strap that came on this by default is all red. We'll take an up close look at it, how to install the adapter, and any potential hiccups you might run into along the way with installing. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Let's do it.
Well, if you're going to try some alternative G-Shock straps, it's a good excuse to buy a new G-Shock. This is in the GA100XL series. This is specifically the GA100B for ACR. I'll put that in the video. Thought I'd throw together a quick little unboxing. Won't spend too much time with this. That way, if there's someone who hasn't purchased a G-Shock before, you sort of know what you're going to get. There's the international warranty information and card. They come in this nice little case. Of course, these are really tough watches, water resistant to 200 meters, about 600 plus feet. Tough watches. This has the module 5081 in it, all the information about functionality and whatnot in here. Well packaged foam. Then just quickly going through this, showing you what this specific model looks like. What are the great things about G-Shock? Shock resistant, obviously. Magnetic resistant, you got that great water resistance. It's got the light, world time, and all kinds of other good functions on this watch. Wanted something with color. I like the red. I just don't want this much red. Way to fix that is replace the strap with something alternative. That's where Vario comes in to use the adapter kit that they make to replace the strap with something that matches up a little bit better. So I like the red, but to help tone that down, here's the Vario straps I'm going to try on it. I'll put the links for these and the adapter kit in the description below so you can check them out. Red stripe down the middle, that's going to give a nice look. And the second one I'm going to just see how it goes on it is this seatbelt style strap that has a traditional buckle on it. But we're going to start with getting the adapter kit fitted to the case. So as we get into tinkering with this and changing the strap, I'm going to start with what I think I'll like most, and that's this ballistic nylon Zulu style. See the black keepers. I have another version of this, just smaller. This is 20 millimeter. This one's 24 millimeter. You see the black keepers here. This is a brown color. It's got the Staff Sergeant rank on it. Looks really good with this Christopher Ward C65 vintage. It has black PVD, and of course the vintage hands and marker look. really good combinations. This is another one of Vario straps that you could grab on their site if you wanted to. So let's start with getting the existing strap off of this G-Shock. You can see this is the GA100B, and you can see the spring bars in here. Pop in close, get the Bergeon tool, pop these things off, and get the new strap on. Normally when doing one of these strap changes, I would use my Bergeon 6767. Not everyone might have this tool laying around. So the adapter kit that comes with these Vario straps, or you could buy on its own, has a spring bar tool. Now it's going to be a little bit of a cheaper version than what you might get with the Bergeon tool, but I'm going to go ahead and use this one just to kind of follow the process that most people would if they were to purchase this strap or adapter kit from Vario. You can see it comes with 3 of the adapters and some extra spring bars, which will maybe fit other versions of the G-Shock a little bit better. There are a couple different model styles that this adapter kit is meant to go with, which fits most of the G-Shocks, to be honest, but there are some differences between some of the models, and there's some extra spring bars and stuff. So everything comes in the kit. Okay, so I'm just gonna ease this side down towards center, pull the strap out a little bit from the side, and then go to the bottom, do the same thing, and pull that out. You can see the spring bar snapped out, which is exactly what we want, and then we can ease that out like so. Not too difficult. Right, just got to do the other side, so I'm going to spin this around. And these G-Shock straps are pretty stiff, but should be okay. Pull that out on that one side. Really, that's all you need. Move one side, pop it out. There you go. If you do get this adapter kit from Amazon, just want you to know exactly what's in the package. Mine might have had a few other things in it because I got it directly from Ivan, but you'll get the adapters and spring bars. Those are 16 millimeter, by the way, and the tool, as I mentioned, there will be a couple of the adapters, the tool, and some spare spring bars. There'll also be a little bit of an instruction sheet that goes through the steps that I'm going to show. This is just saying the basics, of course. You know, compress the ends with the tool, take it out at an angle, and some tips on getting it connected to the case. Of course, it's always easier to see in action than to maybe read an instruction sheet. So that's why I'm doing this. Let me just talk about the adapter itself for a second. You can see there's the slot for the NATO to go through. Here's it next to the strap. You can see that there's this ledge that comes out. You can see how that's very similar in design. You can see the notch for the spring bars right there. And the material feels much like the original resin on these Casio straps, kind of a rubbery, it's got a little give to it. So it looks like a pretty good solid design on the adapter, and this will fit in the case like so. You can see the spring bar slots there curving up, and it will sit nice and sturdy right against the case like the original, and then we'll put the strap through there. So simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the original spring bars that came out of the G-Shock, this particular model. Again, some of them are going to have perhaps different widths on the spring bars. And you can see that the one that came with the G-Shock, which is on the right, a little bit fatter in the middle than the one that comes with the kit. And that's because these will fit certain straps better. That's why they put the extra spring bars in. But for this particular model, I want to put the original spring bar that was in the G-Shock strap in the adapter because it'll fit it better and it'll be easier to get it into the case in terms of wiggle, or I'll say lack of wiggle whenever it's sitting inside the adapter. Some of them are a little bit smaller. That's why you have the extras. Now, there are a lot of ways you could go about this to make your life easy or difficult. Okay, believe it or not, with something as simple as this. What you're going to want to do to make your life easier and not have spring bars go flying around or trying to press it, if you don't have a pincher tool that goes from both sides, then you need to get one end of this in a hole, and I'm going to do that on the bottom so the spring bar is in the spring bar hole, and then I'm going to apply quite a bit of pressure and ease the adapter into place. Again, it's the exact inverse of how we took it out. Now I can apply pressure on the top side of the spring bar, and it will compress right into place. That's one side. Now to do the other. Another one of the adapters here. This around, and we will sort of go through the same process. And if you follow that process, you'll have one side in the hole already. The other side, it'll be tight. It'll be hard to get down in there, but once it's close, the way you force it the rest of the way is just to put the spring bar tool and then pull to the left to get it back into the hole, and super tight fit on this. So again, everything that I do with watches has pros and cons. This is a great alternative to G-Shock straps. This adapter kit looks like it's pretty good. I like the look, like the feel, but it will have that, I think, one frustrating thing that for some people might have an issue with, okay? Let's try the strap on it now. For this, I'm gonna take my other watch off. Give you a look at that, see what that looks like. All right, you can see there is the slot for the strap. So we'll just work this down in here like so. Get this side close to where I want it. Okay, there we go, it's good. And then we'll work this back up through the other side. Go. And now that is a good look. It's got color, it's got pop. Not too much red though. And just to remind you, this is what this was looking like before. All red. That's got a lot more subtlety to it. And I'm not going to show the process of putting the other strap on, but just to give an idea of what this would look like. Again, different look, different type of material. Seatbelt straps could tend to fray a little bit quicker than the ballistic nylon. So I'll probably keep this particular tough watch on here. You hear that weird sound in the background. Those are F-35s flying around. They could use a G-Shock. And these are called seatbelt NATOs because they look and feel like the material, same sort of material that's on your seatbelts in your car. And again, here's another look at this ballistic nylon, brown color. A little bit heavier of a strap. Seatbelts are pretty light. The ones that come with buckles have the company etched on the buckle, so they're signed. It's nice. And let's see what this looks like on the wrist. If you're into Casio G-Shocks, then you probably already know you need substantial wrist for most of them. Reminder, my wrist is about 19 centimeters, 7.5 inches. So I like usually pretty large watches, 42, 43 millimeter, up to 44. This is around 47, I think. I'm going to get the calipers and just check that real quick. But it's what the strap looks like. I think that's a lot better overall look than the resin straps that come with these things. It's okay too, but you know, it's also just a different look, right? And having an alternative for G-Shocks, I mean, why not, right? Why not? Well, there we go. Let's check out. All right, well, I just measured this with my calipers. It is just shy of 51 millimeters. This thing is a beast. And, you know, it's made to get hit and roughed up, and it certainly sticks out and has enough height to it and girth to it that it's going to get hit. Maybe I'll give it away at some point. Got another giveaway coming up soon, maybe at 5,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button and the bell. Check out the links below on my site. Follow me on Instagram at watch_complications. I am Brian, and I am out.